Well, it's that time of year again. Leaves are falling, days are getting shorter. It's getting into the 60s sometimes. It's just the perfect time to go out and enjoy nature and pump it full of lead. Yep, from November to January, it's deer season in the great state of Texas. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, why do you care? You don't exactly look like the hunting type. There's a pretty easy explanation for that. I'm not. I've just never seen the practicality in it. Why, after spending hundreds of dollars on a gun, ammo, hunting license, food, and gas, would I spend all day in the woods donating my blood to the local tick population, all to see the deer I was searching for 14 hours mocking me from my rearview mirror as I drive away? Now, I've heard the arguments. Well, it's not about the cost. It's the sport of it, and you might actually need these skills to survive if you ever had to hunt for real. My life's already exciting enough. Disregarding firework warnings, trying to make it through a public bathroom trip on one breath, that's where I get my thrills in life. And I'm just betting on there not being an apocalypse in the next 60 to 70 years, and my animal sacrifices will be right where they've always been, prepackaged and ready to combine with an unhealthy amount of sodium. That being said, I mean, I understand that people like different things. People like to hunt, it's just not for me. How do I know this? Well, my dad's been hunting, I don't know, a few times. I used to go with him so I wouldn't be a disgrace to him and my fellow Texans. We would camp out the night before near the place we were going to hunt. We always had like that popcorn that you had to swirl over the stove for like 10 minutes, and the work that you put into it pretty much canceled out any nourishment value you could have gotten from it. I learned not to stay up very late because apparently an unwritten rule of hunting is to get as little sleep as possible. I'd roll over to go to sleep, and 2 minutes later I'd hear Dad starting the truck up. Um, Excuse me, Father. I believe you said we were leaving in the morning, and according to my watch, turn the truck off now. So we get to the rest area outside the trail, and there's the woods. A lot of pine needles, a lot of shrubbery, a lot of wood. Of course, I'm imagining this because it's still pitch black outside. But I packed up my gear along with the boots I got when I was 8, and the gun I still wasn't completely sure how to use, and we set off down the trail. Now, one of the key things to deer hunting is being quiet. Deer are very skittish, so you have to shift into ultimate stealth mode to try to track them down. You have to make as little noise as possible. That pretty much describes everything opposite of what I did. I mean, that place had some huge pine cones. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Just go around them? They weren't going to crush themselves. Even when I tried to be quiet, I would still be stepping on like twigs and leaves everywhere. I'm pretty sure the wind was like blowing them underneath my feet as I walked, and like roots would pop up just out of the ground out of nowhere. I mean, I knew my dad was getting frustrated, but when nature's working against you, what are you supposed to do? After a couple of those trips, Dad decided to change things up, if for nothing else, his own sanity. He put me up in a tree stand, and he got in a pop-up blind underneath the tree, which was great because it finally gave me a chance to take off baby's first rain boots and actually take in my surroundings. This had to be the superior way to hunt. I mean, I could just kick back and relax and let the deer come to me. Yep, I could do this all day. Wasn't really in the tree stand that much, come to think of it. But I mean, it didn't matter where I was, the tree stand, the trail, the truck. Wasn't exactly what you would consider a sharpshooter, but through my inaccuracy and apprehensive nature, I think we're just happy we're both still alive. But sometimes I regret giving up on hunting. I mean, not for me, obviously. I have so many great things to take up my time. Sometimes I just imagine Dad sitting there with some of his hunting buddies from years past. So, Gary, how's life treating you? Oh, it's going pretty. You been hunting lately? I brought my son last weekend. He got a 12-point buck, couple of does. Oh, my bad, Gary. I forgot you have a son. He got anything yet? Yeah, he got some great deals at Old Navy. Well, Dad, I'm sorry I'm not the outdoorsman son you may have always wanted, but I think I have something that may cheer you up. I also got a great deal at the grocery store. We're having ribs tonight.